late start to the morning this morning. So essentially the suburb that I'm living in, if it rains, bro, it freaking pours and it like floods and the whole community just gets like stuck in this little bubble. And so yeah, it takes about 20 minutes to get to my shop. And when I'll put the screenshot up, when I was gonna go, I think it was like 8 o'clock this morning, it was 1 hour and 10 minutes. What? And then I checked it like an hour later and it was 45 minutes. That's not okay. So I've waited it out. I guess perks of working for yourself because no one's waiting on me. I do have work to do, customers' cars. Very wet day, my boys. But it's always a good day to take the Supra out for a drive.
It is just currently raining so much where I am. Like, oh my goodness. Just driving the Supra is even like, it's just a little bit scary because the road is so wet and there are so many potholes that I can't see. And I've currently got pretty stretched tires on the Supra, so yeah. Pulled in at the local cheeky espresso plate. Can I have an English today? We've just pulled in to get a coffee. That's all I'm trying to tell you. All right. Oh, so good. Damn. Let's go tee up with the boys. So one of the main things that was missing when we bought the Supra was it didn't have any of the rear pods. Now the rear pods on these cars are like super rare and they're hard to come by and they're super expensive. So as soon as I bought the car, I was like, dude, something is missing. Like it just looks like it's missing. You're driving around and people are like, it's a Supra, but there's literally this gigantic hole missing out of the front, out of the back of the car. It just doesn't look clean. So I had two options. I could either go get some factory pods, which are like $1 million, or I could source a nice set of side skirts, okay? So me being me, obviously definitely wanted a set of side skirts because I just want to style the car how I want to style it, and the pods being factory, not too exciting to me. So I actually have this family friend who's been into Supras like his whole life. And shout out to him, he hooked it up. We ended up getting a set of side skirts and they are like fully my style, right? A lot of the Supra side skirts you see these days, they've got like the Veil side ones and the Blitz ones and whatever. They have like these big like curves in them and I don't know, they're not me, they're not my style. Now, if you're familiar with my MX5, the side skirts I have on that, they're very straight line, they're very straight edged. And I think they look really sick and I'm very happy because the side skirts that we've ended up with for the Supra are in the same style. They've got no big curves, no big edges, and they look sick. So without further ado, here are the new side skirts for the Supra. Let's go. So here are our new side skirts. Dude, don't these look so baller? I'm not the biggest fan of like the grated whatever kind of on the inside, like, you know what I mean? I feel like that's very, very 2000s, but look at these side skirts, man. You see how they kind of like, they kind of shoot down and they shoot across. They don't have like these big intricate kind of lines, and even like the OEM Supra side skirts, they like come up and in and then back down, which yeah, just personally isn't my style. I don't know. I don't actually know, but I know he's had them for a long time. They haven't been fitted in a long time. So we're gonna go outside and test fit them on the Supra, show you guys what they look like. And then we've got to paint strip them and get them prepped for paint so that we can match them to the factory Moonstone and have it just looking fresh as, bro. So I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped to drive around with a car that looks like it's not missing pieces, you know what I mean? So let's go outside, test fit them and see what they look like. Okay, I'm hoping they fit well because fiberglass pieces don't always fit the best. But these being quite old, you know, they did make things a lot better in the old days, so maybe they fit better than, you know, the product you'd get today. I'm not sure. But trying to piece it up here. That looks like it fits pretty well. Looks sick. Looks sick. Makes the car a lot lower. There we go. Damn. These are gonna look so sick when they're painted. Oh my gosh. Paint stripper and a scraper. Now, so the reason behind the paint stripper is these have been fitted before, so they've been painted before. They're not gel coated, they're actually painted. So we've got to clean them up, strip them fully of paint so that we can actually get a really nice finish. I feel like just sanding these, because they've been painted properly, just sanding them won't really give us the desired effect we want, and the quality of paint that we want. So now take a quick bear in mind that I've never paint stripped anything in my life, so I really don't know what I'm doing. I got some paint stripper, a scraper and a paintbrush. I'm gonna pour it into a container and then we're gonna apply them to there. First of all, I might just give the side skirts a little bit of a clean because they are super dusty. Actually super nice. That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna have the fan on this whole time, so we'll just skip to a time lapse and I'll talk to you once I've applied the paint stripper. And hopefully it's all good and I don't get high and pass out. Okay, we just did coat number one. I'm sweating so much, but I did like a thin coat and then I redded the bottle again and it's like goop it on, so wow. So I did another coat and I absolutely gooped it on. So it says wait 60 minutes, but it says don't let it dry. So it's pretty hot in Australia, so I don't know. I reckon I'll give it 30 and then I'll check back in. We'll try and scrape some of it off and see if anything actually happens. Alright, so I started scraping it and it honestly damaged it a little bit, which sucks so much. So we're gonna have to like lightly bog a few of the areas of it. But then I realized that old mate next door has a gurney, so I went and stole it and it is coming off way easier. The gurney just works wonders, but now we're onto the second coat because the first coat just didn't really do a good enough job. So we're gonna leave this second coat sit a little bit longer and then we'll gurney it straight from wet instead of scraping it all off first. So. Okay, very slowly but surely the paint is coming off. Today, what are we looking for?
We're looking not just for smoothness, but to try and get as much of this shit out as possible.
Yes. Oh, all right. We've resorted to bogging.
We have.
Oh, we have, yes.
We have.
We have.
It doesn't have the ratio, so
that's good.
L plus ratio. We need a fair bit for your mess that you've made.
I actually see this as Kylan's fault, not mine.
I agreed.
Yeah. Pizza dough. Chef coming together.
Knead it in. Oh my god, I'm kneading it in.
Let's do it. That looks like a good partner ratio. What?
We've got the bug!
Yep. That's to everybody.
What?
Oh, we all Hogan. Champ.
Wait. What about the macaroni and cheese?
Yeah.
It's the international cuisine.
Good. What's going on? You're back.
Mate, I'm back.
Colin just sold his
happier.
Miata. He's still fucking depressed.
Bro, I'm sad, eh?
Yeah.
It was a fucking cool file.
So we decided to start paint stripping the pods. So now they're all gooped up. Someone didn't put enough hardener and some bog, so we're waiting a bit for that. We've got to get it smooth. You know what I mean?
Like that?
Yeah. Put the tyre behind it.
Can we tape that to the door? Just so it doesn't like fall off?
Yeah.
This is the most genius idea we've had ever.
No, there is a timer.
Away for like 2 seconds now, it looks like this. You get a good mix happening. I get a good mix.
Yes, we should have to get a good mix.
That's a nice shirt, mate.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where did you get that from?
oh I got it from the Built by Kyle website.
Put it on the bottom, bro. You'll drill through it.
Yeah. A good speed. Yeah. Yeah, do not hit the bottom. You'll drill through the bottom. In the gun, it won't do it. It won't have an issue.
This is what these ones, these are the fiberglass bits. They don't look as good as the plastic bits, but I think once we lay some clear on it, actually really cool. And we've got the pods. They look mint. Fuck yeah, dog. Sick, bro. Oh, yeah.
Dude, that was perfect.
That is amazing.
Perfect job.
Let me just put them on there, yeah. What is up? Good morning.
The pods for the Supra are officially finished. They've been painted. They look pretty good, if you ask me. The pods are looking mint. The wing spats, look, we had a bit of trouble with the wing spats. You can definitely probably see it. Look, we've got some runs there. We tried to wet sand them out. Some runs down there, very sad. But, you know, halfway isn't like 3 days, so there's not really much we can do about that. And we were on a mad time crunch anyway, so, yeah. So these OEM pods, I quickly found out that it's very hard to make them fit well because I don't have all the original clips, and a lot of the clips are broken that are on mine. So we've come up with a little bit of a cheeky solution. So let me show you. Okay, so here is our solution. So what we've done, I know it looks a bit hectic right now. Have a look. I don't know if it looks stupid, but it works. It's not stupid. Okay, so we've got the pods here that we're trying to make fit absolutely flush. And now it's very difficult to obviously just put it on and then hold it. That's not realistic. So what I've done is I've gotten one of my old wheels and we've sandwiched it right up against the pod, put something between it, and then we've got a ratchet strap going from my hoist to my wheel, and then we've opened the door and then put some pressure on the door so that it's fully pressuring the tire up against the pod, and then it's making it sit fully flush. And then that's just gonna, so like I've run a big fat bead of silicone all the way down there. And so we, in all honesty, in the next 5 hours, 6 hours, that should be hard to take off, hopefully. And then hopefully at the end of the day, when I take the ratchet straps off and we remove the tire, it sits flush, because that's the only reason I'm doing this, is because I want it to fit like it did OEM, because this is OEM. This is genuine OEM pods, so you better fit. Okay, so the pods and the rear spats have been on for about a week now. Jump to the future a little bit because Halfway Hangs was actually last week, and I never filmed an ending to this vlog. So let me show you guys how the wing spats and the pods actually ended up looking. And yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, so here's how the car sits at the moment. Looks super sick. So here are our rear pods, nicely fitted, and using that little method where we like put the wheel up against it actually made it sit really nice and flush. So fitment is really good on these, and they look really good. We ended up with a few little problems with the wing, some cracking in the fiberglass and some paint runs, but all in all, it really doesn't look bad. And it definitely served the purpose for what we needed it in that moment. So we're gonna get the side skirts done relatively soon because I think that they're just gonna make the car look way more custom and cool. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this one, guys. If you did, make sure you drop a like, a comment, and a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.